Brooks Running has a new shoe for you runners out there. Did you hear that? Better turn up your volume. In fact, turn it up to the max. Introducing the all-new Ghost Max. It's got all kinds of things to make your knees and ankles feel protected, like Max Cushion, Max Soft Landings with DNA Loft V2 foam, and Max Smooth Rides with their Glide Roll Rocker. Feel better on your run with Ghost Max. Learn more at brooksrunning.com.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in this episode, I wanted to talk about the coronavirus. Now, this virus, it's one thing where I'm like, it's gotten to the point where I was like, originally, I was like, I didn't think it was as serious. But now it done reach like parts like where I live at and things and where I work at, and I'm like, bruh, like now I'm like, okay, like hopefully this doesn't get too out of hand. Like hopefully there's like this is somehow fixed and things. But that's the thing though. Like I made a video like talking about or like kind of promoting like how people should be a little bit more clean about themselves, because see, here's the thing. When people do things like use the bathroom and they don't wash their hands, I don't know how many times I've been in the bathroom and somebody walk in there, go into one of the like on one of the toilets, all these rumbling noises, these other sound effects that shouldn't be mentioned in this episode, but they would do some really nasty things in there, and then they just walk out and just don't wash their hands. Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, yo, you got, like, it's like you want to check the person, but then it's going to lead into this, like, unwanted confrontation, and they think it's a fight, and I'm like, no, it's just you being nasty. You need to stop being nasty. All right? So I'm like, I'm not trying to lead this into no fighting thing, but if I got to take you, like, have you go unconscious for a couple of minutes and wash your hands for you, I think that's what it needs to lead to, because people are like there's some really nasty people out there, bruh. Some really nasty people. Like, I understand, like, people, they just be walking around coughing. Like, I don't care if you got something clogged in your throat. Just cover your mouth. Just cover your mouth. Make everybody around you feel safe. Because the thing is, look, there's some serious germaphobes out there. And if this virus, if this thing is going around as crazy as it is, you do not want nobody going around and like coughing all in front of you or around you and stuff. Like, I understand why they people like, and it just seemed like that it took people like up until now, then that's when they're like, oh, I gotta wear face mask, or I gotta like wear gloves, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that to like try to be safe and not get sick and things. But no, it's like people need to understand, like, it ain't gonna change anything. Like, I mean, I guess it is like, being a little bit more healthier, but it's like, okay, are you going to be like this after this is over with? Like, are you going to, like, the way that you're trying to be all clean and stay away from the germs and this virus and all that stuff, are you going to be like that when after this, like, situation gets handled? Because I feel like there's going to be some people that are all like, oh, well, now that it's, now that it's handled, I could go around, sneeze, cough anywhere I want to cough at and things. Like, but just cover your mouth. That's it. Like, I don't understand, why is it so hard for people to do that? Like, to the people that don't cover their mouth when you sneeze or cough, how come it's so... I can understand if you're in the comfort of your own home, or you're in an area where it's like, there ain't nobody there, and you're going to be the only person that is there. Like, if it's your room, or your bathroom, okay. But if this is a public area, you, the man down the street from your house, everybody, okay, the older lady that's down the street, but the opposite side of your house, like, anybody that's around you, if you're going to be walking in that area and coughing, sneezing, okay, doing all these other nasty things, like, and then that was the one video I seen. I'm like, yo, that's how people be getting hurt. That is seriously how people be getting hurt and stuff. But, like, no, there's this video. I don't know if it's true or not, But they were showing there's these people over in China. They were like sneezing and coughing. Like, I guess they were infected with the virus. They were sneezing and coughing, and they were wiping because they would do it into a napkin and wipe it onto this elevator like buttons and stuff. Bruh, if that's real and their face has been shown, like, that's how people get like beaten up or like hurt and things. But that's the thing. Like, who gonna run up on them? Like, they got this like deadly virus and stuff. Like, who's gonna run up on them and things? Like, it's just crazy though. Like how small this was, and now all of a sudden it's like it's reached like pretty much all across the world. Like so many there's like cases because I live in Washington State, so there's a few cases and things here where even where I live at and where I work at and stuff. And I was like, me and my friend, we were talking about this stuff because it's been at my job. Like usually it's busy. In the past few days, it has not been busy. Like it has actually been a little slow. Like it seems like it should be like a holiday week or something. And I'm like, honestly, I don't blame people. I do not blame people for staying home and trying to overall be healthy. I don't blame you for that. I do not blame you at all. I feel like it's those ones, you are the more cleaner ones. But it's the ones that be going around like, I don't even know why people be carrying on like that. I really don't. That's what I'm like. I'm like, you know what? I guess like how they look and then that's another thing that I should bring up is that they said like hand sanitizer don't, because it's like hand sanitizer is a bacteria thing. This is a full on virus, so it's going to be, you know, in you and stuff like that's in your system and things like there ain't no unless you like somehow put the hand sanitizer in your body, but then that might kill you. So it's like, yeah, the hand sanitizer there is like that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. They said soap and water. Soap and water is gonna help more than anything. And yeah, it's like people they don't care. They all like, oh well, you know, I wash my hands. They think if I wash my hands once that day or just one time the whole day, it'll be okay. No, multiple times. Hands stay washed. Okay, hands need to stay washed, but. What else? Oh yeah, then when you're leaving the bathroom door, grab a napkin and grab the door handle. Before this virus had even started, I always just, you know, went and used the napkin and to open up the door, because all the times I heard people go off up in there and things and they'll use the bathroom and don't wash their hands. I'm like, bro, and then you over here like handing people stuff. Like, that's why I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't hand me nothing if you're going to be doing stuff like that. Do not hand me not one thing if you're going to be doing stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, people, they living wrong, man. They living wrong. But I guess from what I heard, how this virus got started was that they were eating, like, or I guess, like, so I don't know how it overall, I think it was like they were saying like this, like, there was this like strange looking animal that was being eaten over in China or somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but I think that's where it had overall started. And then, yeah, I'm like, see, that's another thing. Don't just be eating stuff just because it looked good. You don't know what's in that. You don't know what that thing got going on in its life. That thing could be poisonous. Next thing you know, a bunch of people are dying. That's what I'm like, yeah, people, they just be going around just wanting to eat random stuff. I'm like, no. Whatever they selling in the stores, you eat that. And I'm like, to the store owners, you going out in the street grabbing random animals and you don't even know what kind of animal it is? No. They probably thought like, oh, this people ain't got their glasses. Like, I'm like, man, they need to see that ain't edible. Everything on earth edible. You can't just eat everything. I'm like, that's like, man, it's people, they just get whatever. They don't even care. They just get whatever. That's how this virus stuff even started in the first place. But there's that. What other things I can talk about this virus? Overall, people just need to stop being dirty and nasty and stuff. Like, man, like, they just like, you know, you might want to be dirty and nasty, but be clean for the people around you and stuff. Like, and you know, I ain't trying to hear it from those antisocial, I don't like humans, I don't like people type people and stuff. You know, don't play that game with me. I ain't hearing that. I'm not hearing that at all. I'm like, you don't like him, then you need to be the one staying indoors. Don't be going outside trying to get everybody sick because you don't like people. I'm like, you got like a strange. That's one thing I just don't understand about some people is how they're like, I don't know. I guess like I can understand if you're like, you know, if you are like antisocial or if there's people that you don't like talking to a lot of people and things. I can so get that. I was like that at one point in time in my life. I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to laugh with nobody. I don't want to do anything with anybody. I just want to be alone. Then like the people that I do like, the people that I do want to talk to, cool. I accept you. But anybody else, I'm like, I'm not with that and things. But I just don't understand how there's people out there like that and they're all like, they're just so like, they like just overall just hate people. Like they just hate people. I'm like, man, definitely it's people like, I'm like, yeah, they need to be the ones. They probably the main ones that's like all happy, like, oh yeah, that virus starts and I can deal with less people in the world and stuff. I'm like, man, you just need to go to your own little island and just stay there. Just fish and eat trees. Like that's all you need to do. Just fish and just eat trees. But don't go to no city area. It's like don't purposely try to get people sick and things. I feel like there's some people out there doing that. There has to be somebody out there doing that, purposely getting sick and things. And it's like, or trying to get other people sick. And I'm like, nah, don't play that game. That ain't cool. That's not cool. Ain't nobody did anything to you, so don't be doing it to them. Alright, you can't go and take your anger on everybody in this world and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this virus, you know, I really do hope that it gets handled and we overall can just go back to our normal lives. But yeah, freaking, it's like some zombie apocalypse, man. Like, dang, I really do hope that this gets handled. Like, they find a cure, something. So, you know, we can all be safe and sound and we ain't got to worry about this, all right? But anyways, I think that was another thing because I was like, I don't know, I kind of was having like a conspiracy theory thing going on. And I was just like, what if this, because that's what I wanted to say. And that's I did bring it up with a couple of coworkers today. I was like, what if this is all fake? You know, what if this was just like some like made up thing to where they wanted people to overall like just be cleaner. You know, because it's like we didn't have like a lot of things get started up and it turned out to be like fake or not real or, you know, something. But what if this was just like some rumor to just get people like to just be a little bit more cleaner? Like they overall wanted people to stop being nasty, stop going around coughing and not cleaning yourself and all that. Like, you know, they just only said that just so like people, they just overall like they just a little bit cleaner in life. They're all like, oh yeah, thousands of people are not infected by this virus and they're not sick. We just only said this just so people. But then again, I'm like, then it's like you gotta start thinking about it. It's like there's like a lot of like different situations where it's like them cruise ships and people is like, oh, like we got quarantined in our rooms because they said that the virus is like it was like broken like or out like an outbreak on this cruise ship and stuff. So I don't know, man. Hopefully we this like yeah, this whole thing just gets handled. I don't want this virus to go on anymore. It needs to get handled. So anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, if you're viewing this on YouTube, like and subscribe, and if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. And peace.